In a world where prices seem to have gone a little bit mad, it's refreshing to come across a brand and a motorcycle that is reasonably priced. This is the SYM NHT 200, and we took it out for a good long ride. Standard ABS brakes. Nice touch in any modern motorcycle. 17-inch rear tire, 19-inch front tire. Means you can get tires anywhere, and the bike comes standard with the semi-trail tire fitted. The ergonomics are great. We've got people of all sizes in this office, and from the smallest kid who rode the bike up to the biggest oaf who works in the back here. It's actually really comfortable. And we like the styling. It's modernistic, sharp lines. It's something that a kid would happily jump on to go to school and back on, and then take off on the weekends to hit the trails. It's also perfect, in our opinion, as something like a commercial motorcycle. It's got enough oomph to get out the way, starts first time every time, and off you go. LED lighting all around means that it's efficient, and I've got to tell you, talking about efficiency, it does run on the sniff of an oil rag. It doesn't over rev, lots of nice torque and lots of poke to get you through the traffic. We think that SYM are onto something. We're seeing more and more of these little bikes running around. We've noticed people commuting on them. So instead of riding their super bikes and putting big mileage on, they're using these. Or perhaps the car stands at home because these are far more economical. It's a great entry-level bike. It's perfect as a commuter. It's great as a commercial bike. And as a little entry-level adventure machine, well, you can watch how our junior member flings this thing around in the dirt. The bike's fitted with a nice quiet exhaust system as well, so you're not going to upset the neighbors or any people in the area where you choose to go and ride.
Hello, Kyle.
Hello.
I see you got the little SYM NHT 200 out here today,
Yeah.
and you've been out exploring the farm roads behind your folks' place.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the bike. When you walked up to it, what did it look like? Did it look quite lekker?
Well, to be honest, I thought it was a bit bigger than a 200 at first. But then, yeah, we came out here, riding, very smooth, very nice. It's not overly fast or powerful, but, well, it's a 200, but nothing underwhelming. It's still great. It's not heavy, it's very light, probably about as light as a dirt bike, and it's very easy to ride. Turns well, brakes are good.
And the acceleration, is it smooth and predictable? Is it a bit snatchy?
It's quite predictable, but not in a bad way. It still catches you sometimes. It's still fun, but it's nothing dangerous. It's still great.
Cool. And then the suspension and the handling here in the dirt and the bouncing is over and stuff?
Well, I'm used to a dirt bike, and obviously it's not as good. But for what it is, I think it's pretty great.
For farm roads and just bumming around and things like
I mean,
that.
there's no huge bumps here or anything, so I think we're good.
How are the brakes on it, bud?
What? I'm actually surprised. I think they're better than my dirt bike, to be honest.
Cool.
I was going quite fast earlier on the tar road, stops almost immediately. It's great.
Okay, now speaking of the tar road, we watched you going through a couple of corners earlier.
Yeah.
And you were getting some good speeds and cranking thing over quite there.
Yeah.
How is this bike on the tar?
Smooth. That if there's one word, it's smooth. Especially in the long corners where you lean down a bit. It's very smooth and controllable. It's nice. It has enough power to kind of get away, or you can brake and let it go a bit. And yeah, I felt in control the whole time. I'm used to a dirt bike, and the suspension and stuff isn't as great, but for a road bike, I think it's still excellent. Got a nice little dash here, shows you all of your things, I suppose. Yeah, it's great.